Hello, all lovers of Creative Events International. Today, I just want to show you how I made this beautiful fascinator. I think the main thing I'm teaching about is how to make the lilac top. So, what is used for the top there, you can easily get it to buy from the market. I don't even know what it's called, but while I was trying to make this fascinator, I tried looking for it to buy, but I could not get it. So I had to go ahead and create my own. So what I did was to first of all buy organdy. There is what they call organza. This one I'm using is the one they call organdy. That one is a little bit stronger than the regular organza. Okay. Now this process takes a little time and it needs you to be focused. While I was even preparing mine, I was having little issues because it was not too straight. But then because I wasn't really looking for too much of the uh length, I was able to easily cut off the part that were bending, and then I used the part I needed to use. So here's what you need to do. Like you can see I'm doing in the video. You first of all create very tiny space, or you call it loop. Okay. And then after creating the space all over the fabric like this, you will now settle down and start to insert your fishing line. This fishing line, this one is the strong one. It's strong. The size is like the size of earth wire. Some people use it as earth wire to even put in fascinators and all of that because it's strong enough to do it. It's not the tiny fishing line. No. This one is strong. You can see it with your own eyes. So you start to put it inside. Either as you are putting it, you use your liquid glue to close this end, or you use hot glue to close the end, or simply top stitch the end, top stitch it. Now, when you do this top stitching, it's going to help you to close one end. Don't top stitch the two o. Don't top stitch the top and the down. That means you don't want to fix in your boning anymore. So for you to fix in your boning, you will just top stitch one end. Now what is the reason for that? Is to have is to have something that will stop the boning. That is your fishing line. If you just put the fishing line and it's coming out from here, it's coming out from here, it will look like you are wasting your time. So there have to be something that will restrict or stop the movement from one end. That's why you have to top stitch that end. Okay. So after top stitching, you go ahead and continue to fix your boning. I keep calling this boning. It's not boning or fishing line. So you keep fixing and fixing until you are done fixing in all of them. Now, when you are done fixing in all of them, there will not be the need for you to rearrange it. To rearrange it just simply is for you, because while I was cutting, you will see that I was leaving some excess. That excess is to enable me push it inward and then strengthen the smoothness of it. You understand? So you have to do this aspect because it's compulsory, it's necessary, is very, very important for the finishing. So you keep pushing one by one. So even if you have 60 lines, you will push the whole of the 60 lines. That's what we cause it to bounce and become, curvy the way you see it now. So as I push, I stop it with hot glue, push and stop with hot glue. So it's simple, like I said before. Just now I'm done. All you need to do now is for you to just take a fold in the direction that you think will give you what you are looking for, because at this point it's ready to go to any direction you want it. If you want it to stand just as a big bowl, if you want to curve it to any direction, it's going to follow you. Okay, and then you'll be able to create the design that you want to create, and you create it easily. That is that simple. So I fold and I sew. Okay. And then when you are folding this end, please fold, sew, and then cut off the excess of the fishing line that you are seeing showing there. Okay, and please don't ask me how many yards of fishing line did you use. Oh no, I bought the roll, because at this point you will not really be able to decide that, oh, I need 5 years, I need 10 years. Do you understand? So because of that, I just buy roll. I buy roll of whatever I'm working with, and whatever is left I'll use it to do other work, so that I'll not get stranded. Maybe you buy 6 years and at the end of the day you find out it's not enough, and moreover 6 years will not even do this work. At least you can see how many strands you have to create. Each strand is almost up to a yard safe. So just go ahead and buy the rope, please. Okay, so it's that simple. It must bounce because of the fishing line that is inside. Then the rest is your own decision to make. How you want to decorate or design your finishing is your decision to make. You can go ahead, add stones, you can add feathers, you can use any form of embellishment that you think really give glamour to your work. It's not about what others are doing. I One thing about me is I don't really like copy and paste. You just look at somebody's work, you want to do the work exactly. The main reason why we teach is not for you to copy and paste also. The main reason why we teach is to create, is to build creativity in your mind. You can see me do this thing now. From this very thing, you can come up with something else that will even be more beautiful than what you are saying. That is what it's all about. So about you trying to say, oh, how many years did you use? How many this one? What is the length of this? What you mustn't do what I do. Create your own length, create your own design. The most important thing is I have shown you the idea. That's just it. So we can move fast, okay? So this is what I decided. I do not want my bow to just be a straight bow, so I have to like curve it and get what I wanted. Then I also decided to place it on a cap. I can place it directly on the headband or princess band, but I decided I want to place it on the cap. That's because on the customer's request, she said I should do a touch of gold. So I'm just looking at, should I use embellishment as the gold and all of that. So I felt no, let me place it on the cap, a gold cap. Moreover, this is gold, but this is not the type of gold I needed. So I had to like wrap it to get the shade of gold that I needed. You understand now? So I used the base of the cap as the touch of gold instead of using embellishment as the touch of gold. And when you see the finishing, you can really tell that it came out very, very well. So this is just the idea that I decided to sell to you this evening. I hope you love it. And if today is your first time discovering Creative Ends International, please do well to subscribe to our channel, like our post, and also don't forget to hit on that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we upload new videos. Okay, and also do not forget to recommend this channel to others. Share the link so that other people can also see us and follow us. And if you like what I am doing, do not also forget to click on the like button. This is because when you say you like it, another person watch and click I like it, another person watch and click I like it, it will send signal to the YouTube engine that what the content I have created is a good one. So it will now help them to push out the content to other viewers to see. So if that's the only help you can give to me, I want to be happy to do that. All right, so please support me and just help me to share and like the post. And as you do, God will bless you, and I'll see you in my next video. And please, you can go ahead to ask any question that you feel you've not gotten clarification about or clarity on. Okay, I will on the comment section. I mean, I will come to that comment section and also respond to you if I see that it is of importance. I'll come and respond to you. All right, so you can watch the video to the end so that you will see how we finished it. For now, it is bye from my end. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.